Hi everyone. Today I have making another video on Simpson's rules and its application. This is advanced ship stability for those of you who are probably preparing for naval architecture or mates and masters or any other area where you require advanced knowledge of Simpson's rules and ship stability. Alright, so let's get started without wasting much time. So today's video is on the application of Simpson's rules. This is example 13. If you have not seen the previous videos, the links to the previous videos are in the description section below. Make sure you watch them before you watch this video. Alright, so today's question is that there is a ship and its water plane is 150 meters long. The half breadths at equal intervals, that is the ordinates at equal interval, are 2.97, 6.15, 7.84, 8.48, 8.06, 7.21, 5.72, 3.6 meter and 0 meter respectively. You have to find the water plane area, the area coefficient, and the TPC in salt water. Alright, so as soon as you see a question like this and you have to apply Simpson's rules, the first thing that you have to do is basically count the half breadths that are given to you. Alright, so let's start counting. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So when you have 9 ordinates, you know that you can apply Simpson rule 1. That is the first decision you have to make. Alright, so here you go. So what I have done is I have drawn a basic drawing. This is not to scale, of course. You draw you draw and you start labeling the ordinates. So I have labeled the ordinates in the order it was given to me, and of course the lengths of the ordinates are not to scale. This is just for my understanding, and you can see this is the whole length of the ship is given to us as 150 meters. So L, which is the length of the ship, equals 150 meters. Now let me count the intervals in between the ordinates. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 intervals. So therefore H will be equal to the length of the vessel divided by the number of intervals, so which is 150 by 8. Alright, so if you want, you can leave it at 150 by 8 because it's not exactly divisible, or you can divide it 150 by 8 and write down 18.75. Alright, it's up to you how you want to use H. Now that I have decided, I'll be using Simpson rule 1. So we are using rule 1. So the Simpson multipliers are given below, that is 142, 42, 42, 41. This is for 9 number of ordinates. Alright, so we have 9 number of ordinates given to us. So in each case I will be writing down the ordinate and multiplying it with the Simpson multiplier, which will give me the product. So 2.97 multiplied by 1 is 2.97, 6.15 multiplied by 4 is 24.6, 7.84 multiplied by 2 is 15.68. You should be checking these values in the calculator yourself as well. 8.48 multiplied by 4 is equal to 33.92. 8.06 multiplied by 2 is 16.12. 7.21 multiplied by 4 is 28.84. 5.72 multiplied by 2 is 11.44. 3.6 multiplied by 4 is equal to 14.4, and 0 multiplied by 1 is of course 0. Alright, so now that you have got the products, you have to add these products together. So add all of them together, take all the values and add all of them together, and you will be getting a sum of the products, which will be equal to 147.97. So take all these values, add them up with each other, and this is what you will be getting, 147.97. Alright, so naturally, now that you're following the question with me and the solution as well, make sure that you do it yourself as well, to make sure that you know how I am getting these values and not just relying on what I am saying. Right, so to calculate the area as per Simpson rule 1, the formula is H by 3, where you know what H is. H is nothing but 150 by 8 in this case, the length of the vessel divided by the interval between the ordinates, divided by 3. 3 is of course a constant. This is always there. This is in part of the formula, multiplied by sum of products, which you get from here. But what you have is only half the ordinates. So the area that you will calculate using half the ordinates will only give you half the area. So as you can see in the figure above, if this is the ship's water plane, you have only half the ordinates. This is not the entire ship. So there's another half. There's another half, if I can draw it here, there's another half which is there as well. Alright, so these ordinates basically make up for half. So each ordinate has another half to it. So if you want the full area, you need to calculate the full area. So what you do, you basically calculate the area as per the Simpson rule 1 and then multiply it by 2. So I took this formula here, I put it here, and I have multiplied by 2, because if I multiply it by 2, it will give me the full area. If I just use half the ordinates, I will get only half the area of the water plane. So that's why I have multiplied by 2, so that I get the full area, right? So therefore 2 is 2, twice the area. Then we have h is nothing by 150 by 8, or you can put simply 18.75 there. I just put 150 by 8 to explain to you how I got h again. Then divided by 3 is the constant, multiplied by sum of the products that you already know is 147.97. So the water plane area you will get is 1849.625 meters square. Then you have the area coefficient. What is the area coefficient? Area coefficient is the water plane area divided by a rectangular space which is very similar, having very similar length and breadth. So you have the water plane area, of course, from above. The length of the vessel is given to you as 150 meters. This is given in the question. It's given in the question. It's 150 meters, right? And how do you get the breadth? So to get the breadth, you go back to the ordinates. Alright, you go back to the ordinates and you have to get the maximum breadth. So the maximum breadth is, of course, this picture is not to scale, but the maximum breadth here is 8.48. 8.4 is the ordinate with the highest value. If you look at all the values, 8.48 is the ordinate with the highest value. So therefore that will be the breadth, the maximum breadth, that will be the breadth. But 8.48 is only half the breadth, correct? So to get full the breadth, or to get full breadth, you have to multiply 8.48 by 2 to get full breadth. So therefore your breadth of the vessel is 16.96 meters. Therefore area coefficient will be equal to water plane area from A, part A, you have calculated water plane area 1849.625 just above here, right? Divided by length of the vessel 150 multiplied by the breadth, which is 16.96, and that will give you a water plane, or rather area coefficient of 0.727. Alright, so there will be no units with this area, because area coefficient, because the units of the numerator cancel out the denominator. Finally, you have to calculate TPC. TPC stands for tons per centimeter immersion, and you have to calculate TPC in seawater or salt water. The density of salt water is, of course, 1.025. That is the density of salt water. So the TPC formula is area by 100 multiplied by the density of the water in which it is floating. So in this case it is seawater, so it's 1.025. You know the area already, water plane area from part A of the question. You put the water plane area value there, 1849.625 divided by 100, which is a constant, multiplied by the density of the seawater, which is 1.025, and you get your TPC, tons per centimeter immersion, is 18.95 tons. What does that mean? That means if for every 19 tons or for every 18.95 tons you add to the vessel immerses. So either sinks or rises. So if you discharge 18.95 tons, the vessel will rise. If you add 18.95 tons, the vessel will submerged by 1 centimeter. That is the meaning of tons per centimeter immersion. Alright, so I have taken up example 13 for application of Simpson's rule. I will put up more examples of advanced ship stability. I have been told or requested by some of you special subscribers, special members who are supporting the channel to put more videos on Simpson's rule. So I am going to focus the next few weeks on advanced stability, advanced navigation, which will really help you. And if there is any other topic you want me to cover, please let me know. I'll be happy to do that. I am really struggling to find time because there are so many requests coming from so many members and so many exclusive members that I try to make everybody happy. But be patient and I will put up more videos. Thank you guys for watching and all the best.